A hassle and an inconvenience, and now drivers who use a downtown Indianapolis parking garage want to know why the elevators are frequently out of order and why repair crews aren't fixing them.
Tonight, our TV6's Paris LaBelle is getting results after bringing a number of concerns we heard straight to the garage management.
It's a parking structure here in the middle of downtown Indianapolis, just across the street from the State House. It's 10 stories in all, but the people who park here often say the elevators just aren't working.
Well, you just never know when they're going to go down.
So you don't know until you park and go to leave.
And often they'll go down in the middle of the day.
I would say at least 2 or 3 times a week.
Along Capitol, just past Market, the Court Street parking garage can hold nearly 600 cars.
Even when I'm early, I'm usually on 6 or above.
The lot fills up quickly, but after they park, they find a problem.
Neither are working.
So we went inside. The people we talk to say they often walk over to the elevators and they find these signs, temporarily out of service. They say it happens more often than they're actually working, and they're having to walk back out from the elevators and walk down the 10 flights of stairs. Both elevators had signs posted that the elevators were out of service.
And like for myself, I have vertigo, so it's difficult to use the stairwell. And you shouldn't have to be forced to use the stairwell.
So here's the other thing. You actually can't park on floors 1 or 2. You can only start parking on floor 3, and that's because the rental car company that's in this building uses all the spots on those first 2 floors. Circle Center Mall operates the elevators in the structure, so we reached out to them. They tell us they weren't aware of both elevators being out of order, even though we found the signs there today. They did tell us that there is another elevator bank on the back side of the parking structure. They say there's supposed to be signs on the broken elevators directing drivers to the other bank. But we walked up and down the whole structure and never found any signs. We did eventually end up finding the other elevators, but we found another issue. Those elevators don't go to the ground level. You're stuck here at the Embassy Suites driveway. To get down, you have to go into the hotel, into another elevator, and then exit onto Illinois Street. Then walk around the block to get back to the entrance on Capitol.
You know, having a sign when someone pulls into the garage letting us know that the elevators are down would be helpful, so people with disabilities would be able to maybe exit and try to find alternate parking. That would be ideal.
We took that idea to the mall, and they tell us it's a good idea, and they're already starting to make up signs tonight. We're going to keep checking on the problem with the elevators here at this structure to make sure it gets fixed. In Indianapolis, Paris LaBelle, RTV6.
Thanks, Paris. And we already have an update to report on the elevators. The mall tells RTV6 one of the 2 on the State House side of the building are working again. Repairs are currently in progress for the elevator next to it. That work should be done in a few weeks. Working for you, we'll check back to make sure the elevator is working properly.